And welcome back, everyone. Let's go ahead and continue the story of the caravan fleeing from Skogir. Ivor says, far enough for today, I think. After a day of misery, men and women dropped their meager possessions beneath the godstone of Hridvaldir. Rook says, what are we doing? We just left our homes because suddenly there were dredge. I said that weird. Sorry, Chieftain did what I suggested, and look what he got for it. Look at these people. Somebody has to hold them together. That's you, Rook. How am I supposed to do that? What do we do if we run into more dredge? But you're the dredge killer around here. Yeah, but he's also a Varl. How am I supposed to do that? Lie? Tell them everything's going to be alright? God's Rook, I don't know. Pretend you know what you're doing. That's what the rest of us do. Thanks for the advice. Then do whatever you want. Let them fend for themselves if you can live with it. You humans are absurd, Rook. Furious when you're not in control, terrified when you are. Pull it together. You know what? You're right. I should pull it together. Think of how I feel. I'm stuck nursing a bunch of weaklings. You do care. I can tell. Men are a plague on the world worse than any dredge as far as I can tell. Chats like this are why we get along so well, Ivor. You sleep poorly, the sun forever stuck to an eternally bright sky. Before the others rise, you find yourself staring over long, low hills covered in pine. You lost 5 clansmen and 5 fighters. The godstone looms overhead, the massive eyes of Hridvaldir looking in the same direction as you. Let's inspect the stone. The Weatherstone doesn't see many visitors. Not much reason to travel so far east. When hunters come through, they sometimes stop to give offerings, out of habit more than anything else, now that the gods are dead. Hridvaldir was the god of hunters and of wild beasts, occasionally seen roaming the land as both man and wolf. He was always depicted in effigy with his terrible spear. You wonder what he'd think about his woods being full of dredge now. A young girl from the caravan approaches you. I made this for you, she says, handing you a crude necklace, carved from a branch she must have found nearby. Thank you for saving my mama, she says, before running back to her tent. Back at your tent, you rouse Alette, who clings to your arm until she's completely awake. Bad dreams. Eventually the camp is broken down as time to move on to Frostfeller. It seems like an end more than a start. Gain Bjarkan Rune. Well, I would like to camp, but that's not gonna happen. Let's look at the map for a second. Have a short episode. We're gonna sort of figure things out. So I kind of want to take some time to read up on things. So there's Skogir, there's Frostfeller. We actually have a ways to go. So Skogir, the descendants of Sten, unable to cultivate good yields or find much fish in the frozen murk of Ba Harbor, nevertheless scratched out living from the beasts of the forest, where they erected a stone to Hridvaldir, a patron of hunters. Okay. Frostfeller. Once sitting upon the bank of a wide lake, when the Nordfelling turned to waste, the city of Frostfeller became a tattered bastion, blasted by the freezing winds that roll through the valley. Those who live here are not known for their hospitality. And what's Bitra? Originally named Brota, meaning split, Bitra came about due to a dispute of the rightful chieftain of Skogir. The local rumor is that the founders of Bitra expected more people to side with them, and have been bitter about the divide ever since. The nickname Bitra seems to have stuck to their dismay. Alright, so that's what we're doing with nearby here. Let's go ahead and keep going, but it is gonna be a shorter episode, I think. The caravan halts when a group of men appear on the trail, weapons at their feet. We've seen the dredge in your wake, says one. We don't wish to meet them alone. If you'll let us join you, we'll show you a watering hole with enough animals to fill those supply wagons. Inherent fear of strangers raises mutters from the caravan. What are you doing out here alone? We were hunting here for food when the dredge found our village. When we returned, he looks away, unable to finish. Allow them to join. If you're no trouble, come along, you say. The men cautiously join your ranks and prove trustworthy. The hidden watering hole nearby is teeming with animals, and soon your supplies are nicely restocked. Nice. Gain 12 fires, 5 renown, 18 supplies. Fantastic. During a rest, one of the men get too drunk and end up splashing mead in a warrior's face. A brawl erupts. Many throw fists and a broken bone. Later, the instigator, Ronsvartir, is tossed on the ground at your feet. Angry clansmen looking for satisfaction. His personal defense is little more than drooling mumbles. Coerce a public apology from him. Tie him up until he dries out. Laugh, encourage the others to let the issue drop. Coerce an apology from him. Grabbing Hrafnir's neck, you force him to look at the crowd. Apologize for this mess, you demand. The man babbles until you squeeze harder. Sorry, he yells repeatedly, even after you let him go. Folks shake their heads but leave the man alone. Oh, I think that affected our morale. The caravan is visibly relieved to find a small village on the way to Frostfeller with beds and fresh supplies. The locals here are shocked by the news you bring and discuss it amongst themselves while you set up nearby. Alright, so we have a small village. Let's check in on our heroes. They're no longer wounded. What is this? This is Bjarken Rune, plus 15% dodge strength attacks. We're actually going to... What has this done? Armor, strength, willpower. Actually, we can't give that to you. Ivor, can we level you up? I don't know how to do that. Oh, promote. Promotion. The greatest warriors in the battlefield are those who live past their first battle, start a journey down the path of legend. Build higher stats, increase your item rank. Let's promote. Yes, let's spend the 5 renown. I see, that's how it's done. Alright. Edgel. Let's promote Rook. Yep. Let's promote Oddleifer because she's amazing. 5 for now. Oh, I see. Whoops. So let's give him... What does this do again? 2, 4. Increase your health. And your armor. And then Rook, we want to increase your willpower and your armor, I think. And Oddleif, we want to increase your health and armor. That's it for promotions. Alright, so now we want to give him the Bjarken Rune. And armor break. Edgel that, I think. Yeah. So that's how we will do that. And then these guys are all... It's all perfect. I'm going to move her that way. I know it. We'd actually want that like that. Because we want him to be able to move up closer to the melee. We want then her to be able to place... Oh, actually, let's move her... Actually, do I want to move her first? I'm going to move her first so she can place one of her trap arrows first thing, and then them, and then them. So, there we go. That's all done. No one's injured anymore. Okay, the market. Those are all, that's level 5. Let's move along rest. 10% chance of strength damage plus drawing aggro. Plus 1 drawing aggro. Plus 3 armor on rest, plus 2 drawing aggro. Plus 1 strength. Plus 2 strength, resist, plus 1 will per kill. Oh. Nice. So if I spending renown, I can gain supplies. Let's get at least a week's worth. I mean, they said something about it being a week away. And then we'll go ahead and... What was the one I really liked? This one. I'm going to buy that even though we can't equip it for a while. Okay. Can't really do anything with morale. That's them. Okay. We will leave the episode there, I think. We will continue next time with finding out what's going on in this village. It looks like this village might, with the fear of the dredge, join us, which would be interesting. There we go. Rested. No morale. Right, 5 days. Perfect. And, yeah, so I will see you next time. Like and follow, and if you have any comments or suggestions, or if you played the game before and I'm doing something wrong, please let me know. I want to try to get... It's really the story I'm interested in, because I'm interested to see how I've heard the story is quite good if you pay attention. So, and I want to see how it affects going into Banner Saga 2. So, I will see you next time. Bye!